what you do is in Aziziyah, what I found was the daily seminars. For me, it was not just, spending time with the boys or the brothers. It was every day in Aziziyah, it was preparation for Hajj. We had seminars in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, and we sat down and would learn about the rites, the rituals about Hajj more in detail. How to prepare. All the volunteers were always available. You could also sit down with the sheikhs, ask for individual advice and support. And what we did in the evening, we went to the Kaaba. It's not that far. From Aziziyah, because Aziziyah that's where you prepare. In 4 or 5 days time, the actual Hajj, you're going to actually, so what you're doing is preparing. You're reading up, you're learning the du'as, you also need some materials with you. For example, the sleeping mat. So you get lots of people giving you different ideas. And in the evening, what we do, we'd go to the Kaaba, me and my wife together. So we'd probably pray Maghrib, and Isha, and then come back. And that suited us pretty well. We would pray locally, Fajr, Dhuhr. We'd go by taxi. There's a bus service as well. It's quite cheap. Just near the Hajj time, the prices go up. Yeah, there's a lot of people walking on the road, so they have to take a lot of long detours. But for me, generally, that was a very good experience. Going to Mecca and then Aziziyah for training and preparing for Hajj. Going to the Haram from Aziziyah, it wasn't difficult. It was actually you get in a taxi and it takes you about 7 minutes, 10 minutes max. But what I have found was near the Hajj time, the numbers would swell, and it became quite. The journey got longer. The wait for the taxis was a pretty long wait. So you find different strategies to get the taxis. I think being away was very useful. It prepared us because we were training. There were 1 or 2 training sessions every day. We could sit down and ask the sheikhs direct. Instead of waiting for the Hajj days and asking them in Mina, we were able to do that before. The do's and don'ts. And it was really, really helpful. Everybody who went with us, they also benefited. And what you do, you build a relationship. It's a two-way relationship, and I got on very well with the sheikhs. We had moments of spirituality, which is very important. How you get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are very important reminders. What do you do? How not to hurt your fellow Muslims? How to get the best, maximum, optimum reward during the Hajj time. Physically, my foot, when you're doing the tawaf and the sa'i, you get blisters. So you get practical supports and ideas. So one particular brother, he wore socks throughout because of medical reason. I adopted that because my foot was getting a bit damaged. He knows who I'm talking about. But these are so important. Those little comforting tips that you get, it really takes your Hajj to another level. I had Adam, Adam, we had brother Ramon, and we had Borobaisab. Yes. We call him Borobaisab. Yeah. It was quite I've never met any of them before. And I was in that room. Zamir Bhai, yeah. And I went there, and it was quite a incredible group of people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose us to spend those days. And while we were in Mecca, obviously, I saw them, we gave each other salam, but when we were in that room, we had to work together. And it was amazing.
People get worried about them.
No, it was the best thing. You know, you want to eat out, you go with them. One of them is struggling, you get fever. So we're helping the other person out. You get upset, there's all these issues that come about. And we became very close. I know what, just because you're mentioning their names, I wish I could meet them again. I haven't met, I want to meet them again, because that's the level of love that has grown. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen these people to be in your room, for that period of time. And I saw nothing wrong. All those individuals and characters, from young and old, funny and serious. That's what you need. That bonding time, because you're going to spend, some intensive days, and it's going to test you in Medina, in Mina. And when you're going Arafah, you will need somebody to help you, or they will need you to help them. And if you don't have no relationship, so that bonding period in Aziziyah was great. The seminars enabled us to meet all the group members, and that was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And you know what? During the time of Hajj, we've had people struggling. And because we knew one another, we did not want to leave anybody behind. We would go about helping however way we can help, inshallah. And it's been a great experience. And one of the things, if the services are not good, and one of the things the Sheikh said, focusing on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and focusing less on the negativities. And I think the group leaders have tried their best to take away all that burden off us, and for us to focus on the Hajj. And it can be difficult, because with the weather conditions, the hot and cold, the ACs in Mina, the storm in Mina, but everybody came together and helped out. And I think we went there as people, but alhamdulillah, after the Hajj, the whole experience, we came back stronger. We came back with strong brotherhood or sisterhood. That time enabled us in Aziziyah to bond. And that was really good.